Ecowas suspends Burkina Faso over military takeover of government. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Ecowas is also calling for the new junta to release ousted President Roch Christian Kabore and other officials detained during Monday's coup, the source said. Wow. In this 21st century, some people are actually still going back to military regime. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Some people are actually still going back to military regime. Burkina Faso. Well, this can only mean one thing. That the so-called democracy has now become an oppression or a tool where they used to punish people. It is very similar to Nigerian's case, where they rich see democracy and politics as a way to punish their followers. And some people blinded and drunken by stomach and pocket infrastructure follow these guys, hail them, support them. In fact, they even do thugly work for them. That is just it. It can only mean that particular country, the leader don't mess up. Yes, the leaders of that country have messed up very well. Not I'm saying it's right, but I'm saying it can only mean that they have tried and the thing is not. But is that now why they're going to go back to military regime? Well, let's find out more info on this. The news in detail, please stay with us. The Economic Community of West African States, Ecowas, has suspended Burkina Faso following a coup, but will not impose other sanctions for the time being. A participant at a virtual summit told AFP on Friday. Ecowas is also calling for a new junta to release ousted President Roch Christian Kabore and other officials detained during Monday's coup, the source said. The bloc will hold another summit in Accra on February 3rd, he added. The summit, which lasted around 3 hours, also decided to send a mission of ECOWAS chiefs of staff to Ouagadougou, the Burkinabe capital, on Saturday. This will be followed on Monday by ministerial level envoys from the bloc, the source said. Kabore's 64 was elected in 2015 following a popular revolt that forced out strongman Blaise Compaoré. He was re-elected in 2020, but the following year faced a wave of anger over the mountain toll from a jihadist insurgency that swept in from the neighboring Mali. On Sunday, mutinies broke out in several barracks, and the following day, Kabore was arrested and taken away by troops. The impoverished Sahel state is being run by a junta led by Lieutenant Colonel Paul Henry Sandoga Damiba, who commands military units in the country jihadists turn east. On the eve of the summit, Damiba made a televised appeal for the international community to support our country so it can exit this crisis as soon as possible. He promised Burkina would return to a normal constitutional life when the conditions are right. Burkina Faso joins other two ECOWAS countries, Mali and Guinea, where they have been coup in the past 18 months. These two countries have been suspended by the regional bloc, which has also imposed an array of sanctions on them, including measures against individuals. Africa was just like a bunch of brooms without sweeping. How can a region with almost 20 countries members under their umbrella but depends on someone to fight for them, and something unfortunate, democracy defense is always ahead of everything for them? Not secure of people's life and their property. How can you easily understand this? That Africa has a special security unit on themselves? If not, why? Are they not allowed to do that? Did African leaders ever discuss or show a deeply concern about the security challenges in their region? Why it's always been on the political stability instead of security stability? Why they always like to solve a political problem instead of what more important than that? A question or questions I would love to have answers to. Ecowas should as well apply a strong measure of the so-called hero or messiah for disturbing the peace of the legitimate nation of Nigeria for his insincere agitation of creating a fake regional or sectional nation. Okay. What a pity. When the civilian government in Africa fails to make Nigeria more meaningful to their citizens in their various countries, hence the military intervention is inevitable, because most of these politicians are only going to the government for their selfish interests and their families, nothing more. I presume Nigeria will have their own coup in this country unless this political class make life more meaningful and bearable to the masses of this country now. These so-called Ecowas leaders are not serious at all. When the country is almost being taken over by terrorists and the so-called democratically elected president could not do anything about it, while his people are dying on a daily basis as a result of terrorist attack. It was the people protest that led to the military takeover. Every nation cannot be Nigeria, where terrorists and bandits have a full time and the government pretend as if nothing is happening. I support the military takeover as long as they will protect lives and property of the people. Okay. Does ECOWAS suspend bad leaders or leaders that try to alter the country's constitution to extend tenure in office? I don't think so. Isn't it shocking to know that there have been military coups in Guinea, Mali, and Burkina Faso within the last few months? All these countries are former French colonies and they are struggling under Islamic jihadist attack. Not a coincidence. Okay. What is the implication of a suspension? It seems ECOWAS is losing her grips. This organization, when the so-called civilian useless leaders were messing up the country, what did you expect better for them now to do the needful? Wrong heading. It should be Burkina Faso people exit fraudulent ECOWAS. The union is full of corruption leaders. The Irish dare to defend their citizens. Africans, wake up. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.